Do you know the craziest thing is that me and you have both been addicted to the same thing for however long we've lived, especially if you're still young. But even these people who are 40, 50, 60, maybe even upwards of 80 plus are still addicted to this one thing. And it all stems from the age of 6 months, brother. 6 months old, you begin to learn to walk. And I'm not going to say you're addicted to walking or none of this cringe stuff, just hear me out, right? You begin to walk, begin your journey of movement. Because at least by 6 months, if you can't walk, you can crawl. And then by 1 year, you can begin to walk. And then by 2, you can begin to talk and formulate sentences. By 4, now you're in school. Now you're in school learning how to speak, how to write, how to add and subtract, and maybe even a couple of things like how to raise butterflies. I don't know, maybe that was just our school, but we did some cool things like this. But from the first few months of school, something was extremely prevalent inside of our behaviours. We loved to move. We loved to run around, try and tag each other on the playground, or get on those I don't know how to describe them, but like pedal cars and you just whip them around the streets like a gangster. That's how it felt, at least when we were 4 years old. We used to have this addiction, not to playing, not to having fun in that sense, but we used to have an addiction to something else. And maybe it will become more prevalent as my story goes on. I hope it does. But when I was 5, when I was 6, when we were getting older and older into that year 2, year 3 in British school, we began to start playing more and more tag, more and more more and more manhunt, more and more nuts, bolts and singles for anybody who knows what that is. And even football when we could. Heck, we'd even play like fake rugby with our silly little balls, right? These like plasticky, crappy wiffle balls almost. Because they just move in the air unpredictably. It's like 5% plastic, 95% air. And then as we began to become older, we got better at these sports. You know, football was an extremely big thing when I was around in that school. We used to play football at break time, at lunchtime, when we weren't allowed to. We still found a way to play football, whether it be with a tennis ball, a water bottle, it doesn't matter what it was. There was always a way to play sport. And it's almost like an uncontrollable urge. You are desiring that sport, you have to play it. Ladies and gentlemen, our addictions is simply sports. Our addictions are sports because we want to play them. Whether you're 10, 20, 30, and if you become so old, maybe you don't want to play them anymore, but you at least want to watch them because you're genuinely invested in the sport that you've been playing your entire life. It feels impossible to stop. It's something you want to do again and again and again. Sport is something you prioritize over video games, something you prioritize over Instagram reels and TikTok BS. Sport is something you prioritize over everything. Heck, you'd even prioritize sports over going to see your family. That's how much you're addicted to it, and that's how much I'm addicted to it too. Sport is the most addictive thing on this entire planet. And that's good, right? It can help you or harm you. And let me go a bit deeper. Because otherwise it won't make sense on the surface. Playing sport, movement, is actually something that's literally been ingrained into our human systems, that we just want to keep moving. We want to keep moving every 20 minutes, half an hour. That's why these kids in school who have never really learned to just sit still have this ADHD that everyone's diagnosing kids with nowadays. Because they don't want to sit still. Not a single kid on the planet actually wants to sit still. None of them do. They're addicted to movement and they can't stop themselves from moving. Bro, watching this video, you've probably fidgeted like 10 times already. You've probably already moved a couple times. You've probably flipped over in your bed. You probably, I don't know, put your phone away on the toilet. I hope not, but you might have done. There's certainly been some movement. Our human brains are addicted to it because it's how the blood keeps flowing. It's how we keep ourselves alive. I'm telling you right now, the people who will live to 100 are the people who continue moving in their 60s, 70s and 80s. Once you begin to stop moving, you begin to cease up and then you die because the blood stops flowing and you can't move as easy anymore. And it's not to say you're going to become unkillable, you're going to live forever if you become one of these people who moves every single day. I'm not saying that, right? It's not possible to live forever, at least not now when I'm recording this video. Maybe kids watching it in 20 years will be like, no, you just got to take the injection serum actually, and then you can live for an extra 50 years every time. Or whatever, because technology is just booming, right? And it goes quicker and quicker every year. It's like a huge snowball effect. Technology just, and then we'll live forever. I'm sure in the future, but now when I'm living, when I'm speaking this video, there's no way to live forever. It's not possible. But we can guarantee more years of our lives if we continue moving now. And I'm not saying we have to move and lift in the gym. I'm saying we need to move more because what I'm doing right now, sitting down, on this chair is what so many other people do for 12 plus hours a day, 14 plus hours a day, which is basically just stagnant movement. Yes, I'm moving my hands, what else am I moving? Genuinely, what else am I moving? Maybe it's not just sitting down right here, maybe it's also laying down. You lay down in your bed, 8 plus hours a day, you need the rest, but your body just stops moving. You wake up in the morning, you hear these people that click everything. I don't know what happens. They click everything, their blood ain't good, because they just woke up. They don't even get morning wood because their blood's that bad. I'm just going to be blunt and honest. Could you imagine if humans didn't really move? Could you imagine if we didn't walk anywhere? We just whipped around on some mobility scooters or something. Stairs aren't a thing, now we just have slopes and incline treads on the mobility scooters. As a matter of fact, second floors aren't even a thing now. Because who needs second floors, right, when humans don't even need to walk anymore? And I'm sure there's this movie called WALL-E, for those of you who haven't seen it. These people are living on a spaceship because Earth becomes ruined. And they're literally just whipping around on these like electric scooters, I guess. They can't even walk because they haven't been used to walking their entire lives, and they're mega fat because they're not moving. The story is, Earth got trashed, a robot saved it. Because it's a Disney movie, something has to be a hero. Somebody has to be a hero, instead of humans, right? And humans gave up and lived in space, on a spaceship with infinite burgers and everything. All they're eating is burgers, clearly American people. Rage debate. No, but really, clearly American fatties, and they couldn't even walk, because they hadn't ever walked in their lives. Humans without movement probably live for 30 years. Actually, they probably live for 30 years and then all die out. Humans without movement just don't even live anymore. They live till 2060 and that's it. It's done. That's how extreme it is. Yet, the addiction of sport is something that you don't even care about yourself. Bro, you don't even play sport. You don't even... I'm not saying you have to join a football team. You have to go boxing gym. You have to go gym. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to pump iron. You don't have to do none of that crap. You just have to find a way to get active. Walk. I don't care. Run. Bike. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if it's 20 push-ups in your room. Do something to get the blood flowing, get the movement going. Right after I finish recording this video, I'm going to drop a new 20. Really easy task. For me at least. For you it might be difficult, but that's something you can build up towards. That's a guidance star, a goal that you can look towards and actually try and achieve. But my main point of making this video is I'm hoping and praying that you're seeing this and you're actually watching to this point, so you can learn, utilise the fact that sport is so crucial for us, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, but sports is so crucial for us, bro. Without sport, without any sort of activity and movement, humans are useless. They're like worms. They just wriggle about and die. Probably become hermaphrodites, split in half to reproduce. That's what humans are going to become. And yes, I'm going on an extreme, but I'm using this extreme to show you the extremities of not being active. There's a reason obesity rates are going up. It's because club level football's going down, club level rugby's going down, people even playing golf and walking in the streets is going down. Bro, people don't even fucking walk anymore. I'm sorry to swear, people don't even blimming walk. That's how ridiculous the world's gotten. They don't even walk. Fish and chip van we have that just drives around. I personally dislike it because it's fish and chips, right? Oily crap. These fat people that I used to live near. Bro, I'm not even joking you. They couldn't even fucking walk to the fish and chip van. It was maybe 200, 300 meters away. They used to drive down there to get fish and chips. They don't walk. They literally stay in the house all day. They're classic British people. Like fatty, useless, worthless people. That's who we're going to become if we stop moving. Because that's who they are. They're living proof that if you stop exercising, you become bloody useless. If you stop exercising, gentlemen out there, your testosterone will go. It will go. Because you're just going to sit there like that. No blood flow to your dong. You're not going to get ED. You know, you're going to have all these issues like ED and such. Never get fixed. And for ladies out there, you're just going to become mega fucking fat. You're going to stop storing fat just in places where, I don't know if I'm allowed to say on YouTube, but you know what. You're going to start storing it in your belly instead. Start storing it in your legs. You're going to sit down and you're going to have a bloody tsunami come out of your legs, right? It's going to go from this to that. That's how extreme it's going to get if we stop moving. So be grateful for this addiction. It's the only addiction that can actually help us. I know you have the addiction. That's why you can't stop moving. You just don't know what to do because school tells you have to sit down all the time. And you have to move elsewhere, even if it's just in your mind. But bro, whenever you're out of school, do as much movement as you can. Because you cannot lose that fire inside of you. I don't care if teachers label it ADHD or whatever the crap they do nowadays. Just remember, movement is king. Whatever movement it is, keep moving, keep the blood flowing. Don't become docile, Mr. ADHD mind. You don't have ADHD. Teachers have diagnosed you with it because they know you can't sit still and they want you to. Heck, I'd even go as far as say, don't end up like me sitting down in this chair right now. Stand up, record a different way. If that's something you want to do, find a different solution around it. Find a different way. And I'm telling you, for those of you who have to sit still in school for 6 hours a day like this as a matter of fact, because you got that bend over posture, that's going to ruin your posture. Do your best to move. Whether it be a break or lunch, I'm not saying run a marathon between, but I'm saying like stretch, do something. Keep the blood flowing, because otherwise your body will begin to cease. Even though you're young and developing, they don't care. Your body will begin to cease. You'll begin to get smaller, you'll stop growing, because the blood won't be flowing. And that's probably the worst thing that could happen to you. We're just stuck at 5'3" your entire life. When you could have been 6'4" like your dad was. All you had to do was move. I hope this video can help you, bro. I hope this video has helped, as a matter of fact. Always remember, no matter where you go in life, movement is the #1 facet to being strong and powerful and having the longevity to be able to live longer. I think that's what that means, right? I'm not 100% sure, but basically living as long as you can. Living the healthiest lifestyle you can. Even if you eat McDonald's, if you still go on a run after that, it's more healthy than if you just eat McDonald's and then sit at home. Substantially. But still don't eat McDonald's. But if you have to, mate, then do a run afterwards or something. And make sure you don't become lazy. Even on rest days, don't just lay in bed all day, man. That's the worst mistake you can make. When you wake up, just wake up. Do a stretch. Do something. Find a way around it. Because this laziness is becoming a plague and a counter-addiction to our most important addiction. And once movement begins to disappear globally, humans will be gone. But you can remain. And as always, may God bless each and every single one of you. Stay strong out there, and we'll see you all tomorrow.